All right, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about that thing your phone does, that automatic, almost magnetic pull it has on you, and more importantly, how we can start to see the invisible forces that are actually running the show.
I mean, seriously, have you ever had that moment? Your hand is already reaching for your pocket or your purse, and your brain is kind of playing catch-up like, oh, I guess we're doing this now? It happens to all of us, right? And it usually happens in some pretty specific, predictable situations.
Okay, picture this. You've had a long day, you get home, you finally flop down on the couch to relax, and bam, before you've even thought about what to watch, that phone is in your hand. It's like sitting on the couch is the on switch for scrolling.
Or what about this one? Any little gap in your day, waiting for your coffee, standing by the elevator, a friend running just a couple minutes late. Any moment that isn't filled with something, we instantly, instinctively fill it with our screen. It's pure reflex.
And then, of course, there's the big one. Your alarm goes off. Before your feet even hit the floor, maybe before your eyes have fully adjusted to the light, you're reaching for that nightstand. Checking notifications has totally become the new snooze button. So, here's the most important thing to get. None of this is random. These aren't just little accidents or proof that you have no willpower. Nope. These are perfectly learned habits that your brain has practiced and gotten really good at, thousands of times over. And they all kick off with something called a trigger.
So a trigger is really just a cue. It can be anything, a place, a specific time of day, or even a feeling bubbling up inside you. See, your brain has basically played a matching game. It has drawn a thick, solid line connecting that cue, like the feeling of boredom, directly to the action of checking your phone.
And this is the result. It's such a great way to think about it. Your entire day is now laced with these invisible tripwires. You're just walking through your life, totally unaware that you're constantly stepping on them, setting them off, and triggering that automatic reach for your phone.
So let's break them down. First, you've got places. Think about it. Your couch, your bed, even sitting in your car. These spots are now hardwired for phone use. Then there are times, those transition moments, like right when you wake up or the second you clock out from work. Then you've got the really powerful ones, emotions. Feeling bored, anxious, or stressed, these are huge internal triggers. And finally, situations, those awkward little gaps, like waiting in line or feeling weird at a party.
And that is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Because my tripwires aren't exactly the same as yours. Look, the very first step to changing any habit is just to see it clearly. You have to drag it out of the dark, unconscious part of your brain and into the light. You have to see the trap before you can do anything about it. And here is a super simple, totally doable way to start. It's called the 3-step pause. The next time you feel that itch, that reach for your phone, just try to catch yourself. That's step 1, notice. Then, step 2, just pause for 1 second. No judgment, just stop. And in that tiny little gap, ask yourself those 3 questions. Where am I? What was I just doing? How was I feeling a second ago? The answers? Well, that's your data.
And listen, this is so important. The point of this exercise is not to stop yourself or to feel bad about it. Not at all. The only goal is to become a detective of your own mind. You're just gathering clues, looking for a pattern. That's it. No pressure. Because when you do this, even for just a day, something huge starts to shift. You go from having this unconscious habit where you just say, it just happens, to having real conscious awareness. You start to connect the dots. You can finally say, oh, wow, I reach for my phone every single time I feel that little spike of anxiety. You're no longer just accidentally stumbling over the tripwires. You're actually starting to see the map of where they are.
And that really just says it all, doesn't it? You can't avoid a trap if you don't even know it's there. This whole process of mapping your triggers, it's all about revealing the trap. Because once you can see it, once you know exactly where those tripwires are, for the first time you have a choice. And that choice, that's everything.
So, that's the question I want to leave you with. As you move through the rest of your day, just start to pay a little attention. Start to notice. What are the places, the times, the feelings, and the situations that make you reach? What are your invisible tripwires?